Hello everyone, welcome to another movie review. So I just got out of seeing Clint Eastwood's new movie, Cry Macho. This is his 40th movie he's directed or something crazy like that. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan. I've been, I especially was a huge fan back in high school. Sort of dwindled over the years as I discovered, other things. But I was a mega Clint Eastwood fan, especially in high school. And I actually never have seen any of his movies in theaters until now, obviously. Obviously in his older age, he's not, acting in as many things anymore. He still directs, which is awesome. But the past, the past decade or so, the movies he's directed, I don't know why, just for one reason or another, I never went to go see them in the theater. He did American Sniper, which was amazing, and, other movies. He did The Mule a couple years ago, which I own, but I haven't watched yet. So I thought now would be the perfect time to go see him finally in a theater because he's directing and acting again, which is rare. He did The Mule, like I said, I think that was in 2018, where he acted in that. He's obviously 91 years old now, so it's, it's kind of wild that he's still doing this. Now, another reason I wanted to do this was because I don't think he has any more projects in development currently. Like if you look at his IMDb, for example, there's nothing listed as, any upcoming work he has planned. Unless I'm wrong, if anybody can correct me on that. So this might be his last movie he does for a while, if he's planning on taking a break or something, because like I said, for the past while, he's been just constantly working, even in his age, which is really, admirable. So I was wondering, he is 91 years old, and this might be the last time he ever decides to act. This might be the last time he decides to direct. I mean, you never know. So I definitely wanted to go see this. And it looked interesting. It looked promising. I saw the trailer. It was very well done. It's based on a book by the same name, which I never heard of until now. So I don't know anything about the book. I don't know how faithful, of an adaptation this is or anything. So he didn't write the screenplay or anything like that, but he did produce it, he did direct it, starred in it. Clint Eastwood's done that tons of times, direct and star in his own movies. So it was cool to see one of his movies finally on the big screen. And like I said, there is a possibility this could be the last time he ever acts. I know in 2008 he said Gran Torino would have been his last one. And then, of course, he did a couple years later, he acted in Trouble with the Curve, which I actually really like that movie. It's been a while since I've watched it. And then, of course, he acted again in The Mule, and then now he's acting in this one again. And I gotta say, even though he's 91 years old, he's still really good. I mean, there's a couple moments you can notice his age, you know what I mean? Because, come on. At 91, you can't be flawless, you know what I mean, in every take. So there's moments during the movie where you notice, yeah, he's 91 years old, but he's still a great leading actor. I mean, he still gets his lines out, he still gives a performance, and, he did a fantastic job in this. It was very well directed, very well shot. I loved a lot of the music. There's a lot of Spanish music. The plot, I'm not going to talk any spoilers. I don't even think I'm going to do a spoiler section, because there's not really much to spoil in this movie. So I don't think I'm going to even, do a spoiler section at all. But the movie basically is about Clint Eastwood. He's an ex-rodeo, like a cowboy. He had to retire early because he, had a back injury or something like that. So he ends up having to go, and he lost his wife and child in a car wreck. So, he's sort of like a broken, down man. And this takes place in 1979 and 1980, I believe. You'll see what I mean when you watch the movie. There's like a time jump at one point. But basically, his ex-boss helped him out through a lot of stuff back in the day. So now he has to return the favor. His ex-boss has a son that lives in Mexico. So now Clint Eastwood has to cross the border, from Texas to Mexico, go pick up his son from his interesting mother. I'll just say that. You have to watch the movie. I don't want to say too much, but he has to do this guy a favor, pick up his son and bring him to Texas to live with him. 13-year-old kid named Raphael. And I gotta say, my one complaint, major kind of gripe, not a major gripe, but my most notable gripe with the movie is the kid actor. He's very good overall, I will say that. He did carry like he did work with Clint Eastwood very well in the movie. Like they had a good chemistry, if you ask me. Like for like I would say like a good 80% of his scenes and dialogue and everything, he did a good job. But there's moments where I'm like, he's not really. I mean, he's 13. I don't know how old the actor is. The character's 13. But there were moments where I was like, that delivery could have been better. I mean, it's a kid actor, so I can't act. So, yeah, there were moments where the acting on his part wasn't the best. But that's my only complaint, really. The rest of the movie was fine. It was a fine little movie. It's like an hour. It's almost 2 hours. I think it's like an hour 45. I didn't get bored at all. I was reading some reviews on IMDb because I was curious. Some people were giving it 10 stars, which was cool. I like that. There was other reviews where like, oh, this movie's so boring. Oh, it's so stupid. Like, what's the point of it? It's not boring at all. I didn't find it boring. I mean, it's basically a Western, not traditionally, but it is like a Western. I like Westerns, so, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, one of my all-time favorites. It's like my second favorite movie. Wearing the shirt, obviously, here, if you can see it. Yeah, I love Westerns, so I had no problem. Maybe that's why people didn't like it. I don't know. Westerns are notorious for being called boring, whatever. So, yeah, some reviews are being a little too harsh, I think. The movie's not meant to be, like, this big epic. I don't know. People probably, I don't know if they went into it with high expectations or something. I don't know. But I liked it overall. Like, it was a fine little movie. It's not, any Academy Award-winning thing, if you ask me. Clint Eastwood's also kind of notorious the past, decade, 2 decades. He kind of makes these Oscar bait movies, because he did win a bunch of Academy Awards back in the day. But now it's like, he still makes good movies. It's just, excuse me. I think it's been a minute. I think the last one was American Sniper, the last one he did to get any Oscar buzz. So, people like to say, oh, he makes Oscar bait movies, all that stuff. I don't know if he's trying to do that here. I wouldn't say so. It didn't feel like that to me. It just felt like a general, nice movie. And if it is, like I said, his final performance he wants to give, this is actually a great subject matter. You just have to watch the movie to see what I mean, concerning his character, Mike. And there was another character in there named Martha, who was excellent. I love all that. All that stuff was great. You'll see what I mean. There's a montage with Spanish music. You'll see it, and it's beautiful. And I love the ending. That's also beautiful. But yeah, there was one other little complaint I had. There was it was kind of lackluster. I don't want to. How do I explain it? I don't want to let anybody down when they see it, but to me it was kind of lackluster. It's the final scene involving Clint Eastwood's character and the kid. The final scene involving them, it was a little bit lackluster for me, but it was fine. It wasn't, bad or anything. But for me, I was expecting a little more. But it was okay. But the movie had a decent pace. Like I said, I wasn't bored at all. I thought it went along pretty smoothly. And, there's little bits of action in there, little bits. And, there's certain scenes that are just I don't know if that was necessary, you know what I mean? But, okay. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't anything amazing. It wasn't anything spectacular. And I don't think, that's what it was trying to be at all. So it was okay. I really had Logan vibes watching this, because Logan deals, a lot with, sort of a parent-child relationship, sort of. On a road trip. It's basically like a road trip movie. But yeah, that also involves crossing the border and stuff. And, Hugh Jackman kind of looks like Clint Eastwood, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I just had Logan vibes. And, of course, I love that movie. But as far as a rating would go for this movie, I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5, something like that, you know what I mean? It's nothing to blow your mind over, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. We'll see how it goes. I think it's on HBO Max also, because it's Warner Brothers. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this movie. Are you interested in seeing it at all? If you're a Clint Eastwood fan, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie? And if you know if he's doing anything else, any other projects in the works, let me know, because I just, like I said, I don't know what he plans on doing at 91. It's kind of, I can't wrap my head around that. The amount of things this man has done in his life is just crazy. He's my overall favorite actor, director, person. Like my favorite overall, movie persona. He's not my favorite actor per se, not my favorite director, but he's like my favorite like combination all around person. If that makes any sense. So yeah, I really liked it. Didn't love it, but I really liked it. And yeah, if you just go in expecting, Oscar stuff, you're not gonna like it. But if you just go in knowing it's a fun little movie, it's a nice little movie, you'll probably like it. So yeah, like I said, I think I'll go 8 out of 10. I'll be nice. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. And yeah, that's about it. Clint Eastwood, thank you for everything. If this is your last movie, I don't know yet. I hope it's not. But yeah, thank you for everything. I appreciate everything. I mean, you're not watching this, but yeah, you're awesome. So anyways, that's it. That's been Cry Macho. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.